So for our lovely Mr. S, we were going to work a little bit with his bed behavior. You can see how he much so prefers the blanket versus the big cot. So if you're trying something new, I would highly recommend to, for example, have your puppies try different obstacles, different textures, and see if they can stay still comfortable when working the behavior. So if, for example, we find that he prefers a soft blanket for a target, again, start off where he's successful and use items that make him feel more comfortable. You can always transition to different types of textures and generalize the skills into different zones. So we're going to tell Mr. S to stay. If, let's say, Mr. S is like, hold on, I haven't actually got a chance to make my nest perfect, I'm going to go into his little nose, get his attention. See if I can get that little sit or down, tell him what's more to stay. And now we're gonna, again, just work the stay from really nearby. So I don't wanna add tons of distance. He says, I'm gonna make this the most comfortable bed I've ever had by, of course, digging a little nest. So Stanley, I might try and get, again, his little focus on me. Yes. So now again, we're gonna try that little stay and then feed throughout this lovely stay. So remember, for the stay behavior, you're going to feed throughout the duration of not moving, building up value, and being stationary. So again, we're going to feed him his last little snack, say, all done. We're going to pat the handsome guy, and then get him up and wiggling. So if he gets stuck, so notice how he didn't quite break from his position, I might go a little closer, wiggle my fingers, and get him up and wiggling off of the bed or target spot. Nice job, Mr. S. So sometimes I might even toss a little snack away, get him to wander away, and then that way we can reapply, going to our bed and trying it again. So no worries, I know he prefers it a little bit fluffed, so it can be nice and cozy. So if in the beginning you're unsure how well he's going to do, obviously practice the going to your spot and working your bed and target. He says, lady, it backed right off. That still counts, very nice, you got the front end on. But we want to make it where eventually, as other things are happening in the household, going to your spot and targeting and then relaxing can be good. There was a loud truck that went by, so we got a little distracted. So Stanley, come. So if again, no response, Mr. S is getting a bit fatigued because it is towards the end of his day. So I'm going to get a little bit closer to the handsome guy, try from that secondary position. Stanley, come. Ready? Yes, what a boy. So as again he's coming into our little space over here, I would again feed him for coming on down, good job. If again the environment is becoming more stimulating or he's getting overtired, remember you can just simply use your gear as your training wheels. So let's say Mr. S is having a bit of a harder time with some of the distractions. Remember, using your gear to keep them safe but also in your bubble can be very helpful. So now let's say Mr. S was going to be getting a little more distracted with my little one's sandwich. We may find that now that he's on his gear, he might feel a little bit more comfortable. Just trying to get him onto that target mat. There we go, yes. So nice, we might try again that stay. Beautiful, and we're going to feed little crumbs between the stay reps. So remember, in the beginning, we are feeding little bits throughout the duration. Eventually, this would be bigger chunks of time between each snack. So again, very nice. We're holding this lovely down, or sit stay, I should say. Nice. Gorgeous. Yes. So you could also implement this the same way I had mentioned to Bear's family, where he would then be working on settling in the environment, but not always be in his crate or separated from the environment or the people. So sometimes Bear, like most adolescents or younger dogs, they can sometimes get a little bit more mouthy and overtired and not always really know how to go and take a break unless they get, get plopped into their crate or their little zone for sleeping. So what can be nice about doing a tether is that you can then be helping your puppy gain the stepping stones from being loose to instead being also safely attached. Oh, this is beautiful. And then while they're safely attached, you could be doing other things throughout the environment. So you could be working, loading the dishwasher, and maybe your dog is tethered and they're working on a chew. They go to get up, but then they realize they can't go very far, and they go right back into getting cozy in their spot. So then you can sometimes throughout that target moment where they practice by themselves, and you can capture those moments and feed for those lovely behaviors. And he says, hold on, your sneakers are very smelly and very distracting. So nice job, Stanley. So obviously throughout your practice, you will pick and choose moments to work certain skills. Don't feel badly if sometimes you had a thought about doing one behavior, but then your puppy's like, no, I don't really feel that one today, and maybe you work a different skill set. So right now he's noticing the truck noises because there's always something going on, and then we're gonna go ahead and feed Mr. S for some of this lovely settle. So sometimes you can even capture these behaviors, like I mentioned earlier. Your puppy might be vegging, and then yes to feed. So today we're just working again on just building up that duration, creating some benefits to vegging in a new place as well as at home. Nice job, beautiful eye contact he's giving. And again, don't feel that the puppy always has to be staring into your soul, but of course there are moments where we've been trying to build connection. So when you do start to get that, sometimes again, feed for those lovely moments. So if your puppy's been doing quite well with the duration, you might throw in a little bit of movement, but don't make it too hard. So almost like I did earlier with Mr. B, you might take a couple little side steps and then go back into feeding the handsome guy for holding that position. So again, he's doing a real nice job. Gorgeous. Yes. Very good job. So obviously before he goes to break or get too winded from the behavior, I might go feed him that last little tidbit, say all done, add a little bit of touch for the handsome guy, and then we get up and we wiggle. So if he gets a little bit stuck because he is a bit tired, he has been practicing today quite a bit. So if he does get a little pooped out, I do recommend sometimes collect up your gear, get their attention, and then bring them out of it, but then feed for maybe another behavior like a sit or an eye contact and feed for that. Because we don't want to be feeding for leaving the stay. We want him to actually think that going to our spot and vegging has the better value. So going to that zone will be a behavior that he wants to participate in even more so down the road. So nice job, Mr. S. That was beautiful. We'll give you a little break from that lovely stay behavior on that bed. Nice job.